Hi, my name is Ruben Wong from Singapore, and I actually was just driving and thought about Star Wars for a little bit. I watched Episode 7, The Force Awakens, and it was great. It was a wonderful movie. The part that really got to me was when Rey resisted Ren, and she actually exhibited traits of being a Jedi or being very strong with the Force. And that's where a lot of the audience would start to think that, oh wait, she has Jedi powers. Something mysterious is happening. Her identity became a hot topic after the movie ended. And so then a lot of social media, the internet, a lot of theories came up that maybe she's Han Solo's daughter, maybe she's Luke Skywalker's daughter, and maybe she's just from the Skywalker line, a Jedi. But I have a different theory that wasn't really discussed, and I thought I'd just share it and see whether fans or people watching this agree or think it makes sense. I think it's quite exciting if it's really true. I submit to you that the theory is my theory, which is that Rey is neither the daughter of Han Solo or Skywalker. She doesn't come from the Skywalker line, and I think she's simply conceived by the will of the Force as the child of prophecy. So let me explain why I think so. Well, the first thing is that is it possible that somebody could be naturally conceived by the will of the Force? Can it be done? Is that too far-fetched? Qui-Gon, when he met Anakin, Qui-Gon is Obi-Wan's teacher in Episode 1, he met with Anakin and he did a blood test, realized that Anakin had very, very high midi-chlorian count, higher than even Master Yoda, and really off the charts kind of thing, which led him to believe that he was the child of prophecy. And I think Qui-Gon asked his mum, I think her name is Shimi Skywalker, and her response was interesting. She said something like, there was no father. She just simply had him, conceived him, and gave birth to him. So it could actually mean that there was no father involved at all. That somehow she just became pregnant with Anakin and gave birth to him by some natural means. And so that is possible. That means that there's a possibility that Rey could have also be conceived in that manner, because the force that she has with her is much stronger than Ren, right? Even from an untrained Jedi perspective. So that's a possibility. The second part is that the Jedi Order, when they met Anakin, they realized that they suspected he was a child of prophecy. And I don't know why they suspected him to be. There must be some kind of description in some ways. Maybe the prophecy just said that there's going to be a kid, high midi-chlorian count, comes from a desert place, lives unlikely to be a Jedi and things like that. And we see Rey having some of these similar attributes. Not very certain, but when you see the flashback scene, you see her being left on the planet, right? Jakku, right? And Jakku. Shortly after that, then somebody left. So why did somebody leave her on Jakku? Possibly because there's no other place to leave her there, so that maybe she wouldn't be exposed to danger, or simply because she actually did come from Jakku, and so then her background kind of fits. I mean, there is some parallels between Rey and Anakin, and if she had a very high midi-chlorian count, if she was conceived by the Force, it would be possible that she might be actually the so-called real child of prophecy. Now we know Anakin was deemed the child of prophecy, but he died. And he was supposed to bring balance to the Force, which kind of he didn't, because he fell to the dark side. Some people might argue that because he came to the dark side, he killed off all the Jedis, then yes, there's some balance. But then again, maybe that's not the case. Maybe the child of prophecy is meant to bring balance, and she's Rey. And it will make sense from a whole Star Wars storyline perspective, because in the beginning, somebody was the child of prophecy, but he was not. Later, in episode 7, 8, 9 maybe, the real child of prophecy comes and puts an end to not just the Dark Lord, but to the whole dark side thing. The story actually talks a little bit about the origins of the Force, about Luke trying to find the first temple of the Jedis, and they also introduce Supreme Leader Snoke, who I believe is actually one of the earliest Sith Lords, Palpatine's master. So it could be that maybe episode 7, 8, 9 is meant to bring a close to this whole balance of light and darkness thing, and she is a child of prophecy, and finally they are going to eradicate the entire source of all this evil and the dark side story. So I wouldn't be surprised if she was really supposed to be just a child of prophecy. And maybe Luke actually discovered that she was that child of prophecy early, and when Ren decided to betray them, Luke then maybe brought her away and to safety, and put her on Jakku, somewhere safe. Let me know what you think. I'm quite excited to see how this turns out. Yeah, let's see. So I think Rey is not the daughter of Han Solo or from Luke Skywalker. I think she's just simply conceived by the will of the Force, groomed to be a very strong Jedi to bring balance, and somehow she was left on the planet at an early age for safety reasons, and finally it's time to face the dark side, the real dark side, not just the Dark Lords and so forth, but the source of it, who's behind, who's the mastermind, the Emperor, the Supreme Emperor Snoke. So that's my take, and I wonder, it'd be exciting to see if this theory actually holds. So let's see.